Hello everyone, this is Shraddha Punda, lecturer in Electrical Engineering Department, KK Polytechnic, Nasik. Once again, I welcome you to my educational video channel. In this video, we will discuss magnetic circuit. What is magnetic circuit? It is the closed path followed by the magnetic lines of force, that is magnetic fluxes. The magnetic circuit can use either ring core or iron ring. For example, this is what the simple construction of a transformer, in which you will see the magnetic circuit is there. The circuit which follows the path of magnetic fluxes. The another example is the iron ring, where you can observe the path for the magnetic fluxes, which is nothing but the magnetic circuit. Let us see what are the magnet and their types. Magnet is a piece of solid substance which have property of attracting small pieces of certain materials such as iron, steel, etc. Here you can see the types of magnet. One is the naturally available and second one is the artificial. The natural magnets found in nature. These magnets are weak and shapeless. Where you will see the artificial magnets which are the man-made. These are the strong and are of different shapes like bar-shaped, horseshoe-shaped, magnetic needles and magnetic compass, etc. The natural magnet is also called as magnetite, magnetic iron core, black iron ore, lodestone, etc. Now let us see what is an electromagnet. Whenever an electric current passes through a conductor or a coil, a magnetic field gets developed across it, and that coil starts acting as an electromagnet. So in this diagram, you will see an electromagnet, where you will observe that there is a presence of magnetic field surrounded by the coil. So this is what electromagnet. Now let us see some terms related to magnetic circuits. Magnetic field. It is the region near a magnet within which the effect of magnet is felt. Magnetic flux lines always passes from north pole to south pole. So you can observe in this picture the magnetic lines of force which are traveling from north to south pole, and the presence of magnetic field is there. Next term is magnetomotive force, which is simply magnetomotive force MMF. It is the force which is responsible for the flow of flux or the generation of flux in a magnetic circuit. Symbolically, we represent by using the letter capital F. Formula for magnetomotive force is equal to I into N. I is the current and N equal to number of turns of a coil. Unit for the magnetomotive force is ampere turns or simply ampere. The next term is magnetic flux, which we denote by using phi. It is the total number of magnetic lines of force in a magnetic field. Symbolically, we are using to represent magnetic flux phi. The formula for the magnetic flux is equal to B into A, where B is the magnetic flux density and A is the area of cross section. Or phi can be written as MMF upon reluctance. So this is equal to F upon S, further equal to N into I upon S. And unit for the magnetic flux is Weber. 1 Weber is equal to 10 raised to 8 magnetic lines of force. The next term we have magnetic flux density, which we denote by using letter capital B. It is the flux per unit area, which is measured in a plane perpendicular to the flux lines. So the symbolic representation is B. Formula for the magnetic flux density is flux upon area, and the unit for the same is Weber per meter square or Tesla. The magnetic flux density is also called as magnetic induction, magnetic intensity, magnetic field strength, magnetic force, and field intensity. The next term we have magnetic field strength or intensity, which we represent by using letter capital H. What is magnetic field strength? It is a force experienced by the unit north pole placed at that point in a magnetic field, or it is a magnetomotive force per unit length. We represent magnetic field strength by using letter capital H, and the formula for the magnetic field strength is ampere turns divided by length of magnetic circuit in meter. So we can write N into I upon L. So that can be written as F upon L. And unit for magnetic field strength is ampere turn per meter or Newton per meter. The next we have permeability. It is the ability of magnetic material to carry the flux lines through it. There are three types of permeability: absolute permeability, relative permeability, and permeability of free space or air or vacuum. Let us see first absolute permeability, which we are denoting by mu. So that is equal to magnetic flux density upon magnetic field strength. So we can write B is equal to mu H, or B is equal to mu 0 mu R H. Relative permeability, that is equal to mu upon mu 0. For air and non-magnetic material, the value of relative permeability is 1. The permeability of free space, air or vacuum, which we are denoting by mu 0, and that mu 0 is equal to 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7, and unit for that Henry per meter. The next term is reluctance. We denote capital S for the reluctance. It is the opposition to the flow of flux in a magnetic material. So formula for the reluctance is magnetomotive force upon fluxes. So that can be written as F upon phi. But magnetomotive force is nothing but number of turns into current flowing through the coil or that magnetic circuit divided by number of fluxes phi. So S can be written as L upon mu 0 mu R A, where L is length of magnetic circuit in meter and A is cross-sectional area of magnetic circuit in meter square. So the unit for reluctance is ampere turns per Weber or ampere per Weber or Siemens. Next we have permeance. It is nothing but the reciprocal of reluctance. Permeance can be written as 1 upon reluctance, that equal to 1 upon S, and the unit for permeance is Weber per ampere turn or Weber per ampere. Now let us see some terms: leakage flux, fringing, useful flux, and leakage factor. What is leakage flux? It is the flux that does not follow the intended path in the magnetic circuit. Here you can see the leakage flux is shown. Next we have fringing. It is the effect of spreading out of flux in the air gap. So the fringing is there in the air gap shown in the figure. Next we have useful flux. It is the flux that passes through the iron ring and air gap utilized for certain applications. The leakage flux factor. It is the ratio of total flux produced by the circuit to the useful flux. That is, lambda is equal to total flux upon useful flux. Now let us see what are the ways to connect the magnetic circuit. Like we have seen in the electric circuit, there are two ways to connect the electric circuit. Those are series and parallel circuit. Here also we can magnetic circuit connect in the two ways. First we have series magnetic circuit and second we have parallel magnetic circuit. Let us see series magnetic circuit. Here, the three magnetic circuits A, B and C are connected one after another. So this is called as a series magnetic circuit. Only one path for the flux is provided, and the reluctance is given by S, that is total reluctance is equal to SA plus SB plus SC. Then parallel magnetic circuit. In this diagram, you will observe there are more than one path for the fluxes. So the total flux phi gets split into phi 1 and phi 2, such that the phi is equal to phi 1 plus phi 2, and equivalent reluctance in such a circuit is given by 1 upon S is equal to 1 upon S1 plus 1 upon S2. Next we have BH curve, that is also known as magnetization curve. BH curve is the graphical representation between magnetic flux density capital B and magnetic field strength capital H, with B plotted on y-axis and H plotted on x-axis. Now you will see in the diagram there are three regions in BH curve. Region OA is known as nonlinear region, where region AC is known as linear region, and beyond point C you will see there is a saturation region. Now let us see what is region OA, that is nonlinear region. Nonlinear region where you can see B and H increases slowly. In the region AC, you will observe B and H increases linearly, and if we found the slope in this area, it will show the permeability of that magnetic material. Beyond the region C, you will observe B does not change even after H is changed, and the magnetic core gets saturated. That is why it is the saturation region. Next we have hysteresis loop. Here you can observe the loop. First we will see what is residual magnetism. We are representing it by BRES. In the following loop, value of B is not 0 for I and H0 at point C. This is called as residual magnetism. This is what the non-zero value of B. The next is coercive force Hc. The value of magnetic field strength H to wipe out this residual magnetism BRES is called as the coercive force. Now let us see what is the analogy between electric and magnetic circuit. So first you will see the connection diagram. The simple electric circuit is shown, where you will see one voltage source is there and one resistor is there. What is current I is the flowing through that resistor. In the next magnetic circuit, we are having the diagram for magnetic circuit, where you will see there is a path for the magnetic fluxes. In case of electric circuit, we have current, which is the flow of electrons through a conductor, and unit for current is ampere. In magnetic circuit, we have magnetic fluxes, which are nothing but total number of magnetic lines of 4 in a magnetic field, and unit for magnetic flux is Weber. In electric circuit, we are having electromotive force, which is force responsible for the flow of current. Unit for electromotive force is volts. In case of magnetic circuit, we have magnetomotive force, the force which is responsible for the flow of magnetic fluxes, and we measure magnetomotive force in ampere turns. In case of electric circuit, we have resistance, which is opposition to the flow of current. Unit for resistance is ohm. In magnetic circuit, we have reluctance, which is opposition to the flow of flux. Unit for reluctance is ampere turn per Weber. In electric circuit, we can write I is equal to EMF upon resistance. In magnetic circuit, we have magnetic fluxes is equal to magnetomotive force upon reluctance. In electric circuit, we have seen the term conductance, which is the reciprocal of resistance. In magnetic circuit, we have permeance, which is reciprocal of reluctance. In electric circuit, current density is there, which is nothing but I upon A. In magnetic circuit, we have flux density, which is equal to magnetic flux per unit area. In electric circuit, we have gone through two laws, Kirchhoff's voltage law and current law, which are applicable to electric circuit. In magnetic circuit, we have Kirchhoff's magnetomotive force and flux law, which are applicable to magnetic circuit. In electric circuit, we have seen energy is required to produce current and to maintain it. In magnetic circuit, energy is required to produce flux but not required to maintain it. In electric circuit, we have seen current cannot pass through air, but in magnetic circuit, we have seen flux can pass through the air. So let us summarize whatever we have discussed in this video. We started with magnetic circuit, magnet and its type, natural magnet, what is an electromagnet, magnetic field, magnetomotive force, magnetic flux density. Magnetic flux density is also known as magnetic field strength and intensity, permeability and its types, reluctance, permeance, leakage flux, fringing, useful flux, leakage factor. Ways to connect the magnetic circuit, we have series and parallel circuit. We have gone through BH curve, which is also known as magnetization curve. Later we have discussed hysteresis loop, and lastly we have seen analogy between electric and magnetic circuit. Thank you for watching video.